Hi dear friends, good morning to all. Myself Bhavsar Sononi, Assistant Professor, Department of Chemistry, Gokul Education Society's Arts, Commerce and Science College, Java, District Palu. Dear friends, in the last part of the video, we have started a new topic entitled as Chemical Kinetics. In the last part of the video, we have studied about chemical kinetics with respect to collision theory, how the collision theory is useful to explain the rate of reaction involving gaseous molecule or gaseous reaction. Definitely there are many assumptions or the postulates stated by means of collision theory which can be used or which are very helpful to explain the rate of reaction. Dear friends, today in this part of the video we will discuss about a molecular activation, how the collision between the molecule is responsible for the molecular activation and how this molecular activation will decide the rate of reaction. At the same time, we will try to derive the equation for the rate of reaction based upon the molecular activation. So today in this part we will talk about the molecular activation based upon the collision theory. Here already we discussed about the collision theory, and according to the collision theory, collision between the molecule take place and this collision is responsible for the rate of reaction. So according to the molecular activation based upon the collision theory, molecules which acquire the energy of activation due to exchange of energy between the molecule during collision. Already this was one of the assumptions stated by means of collision theory, that during the collision the exchange of energy take place between the molecule. Some molecule may gain the energy or some others molecule may lose the energy, but the total energy between them or the total energy of the molecule remain constant. So this exchange of energy is possible during the collision, and that leads to the energy of activation. So as a result of collision between the molecules or the gas molecule, there will be continuous exchange of energy between them. But remember that total energy of the molecule remain constant, and such collisions are called as effective collisions. So as the continuous collision between the molecule take place during the collision between the gas molecule, and therefore distribution of their energy or the velocity can be obtained by the applying a well-known equation. That equation is called as that law is called as the Maxwell-Boltzmann distribution law. So as the exchange between the energy is continuously taking place during the collision, so how we can obtain the distribution of their energies or velocities? So this distribution of energies or velocities is obtained by applying the Maxwell-Boltzmann distribution law. These are the names of scientists who has given this law, who has given this equation in order to get distribution of energies of activated molecules. So this is the process of molecular activation that I am going to trying to show you here, in which the reactor molecule will collide with one another. For example, two HI molecule will collide with one another. They increases their energy up to certain minimum value, or above that we call it as the energy of activation, and the whatever complex which is formed here, that complex is called as the transition state or the activated complex. This excited or the activated complex will lose its energy by decomposition, and it will be converted into product. So this is the example of the exothermic reaction, in which the energy of product is smaller and the energy of reactant is greater, meaning the liberation of energy takes place. And this is another, here the energy of reactant is smaller while the energy of product is greater, and this process is called like the endothermic. But this is also the reaction that can be This is also the diagram that can also indicate the molecular activation, in which the reactant molecule get converted into product through the formation of transition state, and the energy difference between reactant and that of the transition state, this energy difference is called as the energy of activation. So if the reactant molecule could be treated as a rigid sphere according to collision theory, if the reactant molecules are treated as a rigid sphere, then the fraction of the total number of molecules which have very high velocities, if the molecules are treated as the rigid sphere, it means that they will collide with one another, then the fraction of the total number of molecules which have very high velocity is always equal to the Boltzmann factor. So definitely it's very important, because in order to react, in order to give the product formation, the molecule must have sufficient energy which is equal to or greater than the energy of activation, and it is observed that the very small fraction of the molecules will have very high velocity, and that fraction is equal to Boltzmann factor, and this Boltzmann factor is simply given by e raised to minus a upon rt. So remember that this is the Boltzmann factor, and this Boltzmann factor indicates the small fraction of the molecule which has very high velocity or which has very high energy, and small fraction of the total number of molecule possesses energy which are in excess of average value or in majority, and the collision between molecules which possesses excess energy will lead to the chemical reaction. So this fraction is very important. This fraction of the molecule is very important, because collision between this fraction of the molecule will lead to the chemical reaction, because these molecules will have sufficient energy or greater than the sufficient value. And however, such a collisions which are responsible for the chemical reaction are called as the effective collision, and such effective collision will be a small fraction of total number of molecules. Definitely it is the Boltzmann factor e raised to minus a upon rt, and these are the only number of molecules that will collide with the sufficient energy, and that leads to the chemical reaction. And this effect of temperature on the rate of reaction is simply indicating that, or it is simply given by means of a Boltzmann factor, and with the help of Boltzmann factor we can say that this effect of temperature on the rate of reaction is direct effect. It means that rate of reaction increases rapidly with the increase in temperature, e raised to minus a upon rt. And if here z indicates, if z indicates the total number of collisions, then the actual number of effective collision can be calculated with the help of this Boltzmann factor, means the fraction of molecule having very high energy. So if Z represents the total number of collision, but out of these total collisions, all collisions are not responsible for the chemical reaction. Definitely, if this Z is the total number of collision, and if we know the fraction of molecules having very high velocity, high energy, then the collision leading to chemical reaction, means the number of actual effective collision can be calculated, and that is simply effective collision is the multiplication of number of collision into the fraction of molecules which has very high velocity, which has very high energy. So this is the 10, and fraction indicates it is compared to 1.5. So definitely answer will be 10 into fraction, that is nothing but the 1 by 2. So only, that is the number of effective collision will be only 5. So this number of collision multiplied by means of simply Boltzmann factor that indicates the effective collision, and this effective collision Boltzmann factor that indicates the molecules having with very high velocity, and this effective collision directly decides the rate of reaction, and this rate of reaction indicated by K, rate constant. Therefore this K is equal to Z into e raised to minus EA upon RT. So this K indicates the rate of reaction involving gas molecule. So there must be at least two molecules for the collision between them, otherwise collision is not possible. It means that it is need to have at least two molecules for the collision to take place between the reactant molecule. So without two molecules the collision is not possible, and for hence for unimolecular reaction it's very difficult to explain the collision between the molecule, to explain the rate of reaction, because unimolecular reaction indicates uni means the single, it involves the only one molecule or only one molecule take part in the reaction. That's why it's very difficult to explain the rate of such a type of the unimolecular reaction, and this difficulty overcome by means of an Lindemann. And in order to explain rate of unimolecular reaction, he has suggested or he has explained that the unimolecular reaction or the rate of unimolecular reaction can be explained on the basis of collision between the two molecules, means on the basis of biomolecular reaction, by postulating that there is some time lag or the time gap between the activation of molecule and the reaction. It means that between activation means the reactant get converted into transition state of the activated molecule, and decomposition means the product formation. So whenever these two processes, activation and the decomposition means the reaction, take place, there is a time gap between these two, time lag between these two processes, activation and reaction. And in this time lag, the molecule which have acquired excess energy either react or they may lose their excess energy and get deactivated. It means that in this time lag the activated molecule will lose their energy, or they may lose their energy, or they may react. It means that in this time lag the activated molecule may undergo decomposition or deactivation. If they undergo decomposition, it will give you the product, and if they undergo deactivation, they will be reconverted into reactant. And hence reaction rate or rate of reaction will not be proportional to the number of molecules activated. It's very important. So how many molecules are activated, that is not important. So rate of reaction does not directly proportional to the activated molecule, but it is directly proportional to only those number of molecules which can retain their energy of activation. So how many molecules are able to retain their energy of activation, that number of molecule will decide the rate of reaction. So remember that rate of reaction is not proportional to the number of activated molecule, but it is proportional to the number of molecule which can retain their energy of activation. And in case of a biomolecular reaction, so as we will require the two molecules for the collision between them, so they should not only collide, but collision must be associated with the sufficient energy. It means that they should retain their energy of activation. So in biomolecular reaction, the collision between the two molecules is not sufficient, but this collision must be associated with the sufficient energy, and that sufficient energy we call it as the energy of activation. Then and then that molecules which will retain their energy of activation are called as the activated molecule, and the process will be called as molecular activation. And the number of effective collision, the number of effective collision is only the small fraction of total number of molecule, or number of effective collision is the only fraction of total number of collisions. And here, in order to explain the rate of reaction based upon such a fraction of effective collision, if this K is given, K indicates the specific reaction rate equal to number of effective collisions per centimeter cube per second, and this Z indicates the total number of collision or the colliding molecule per second per centimeter cube system containing 1 mole of the reactant per dm cube, and F indicates the fraction of these molecules which are activated. Then this specific rate of reaction is simply given by means of an K is equal to Z into F, because F indicates the fraction of the molecules which are activated, and Z indicates the total number of molecules which are going to collide, and these are the activated molecule. F is the total number of activated molecule, and K is the rate constant, specific rate constant. So here, just like the total number of collision into fraction of molecules activated, fraction of molecule, or it is the fraction of molecule which shows the activation. So specific rate of reaction is given by simply Z into F. So according to the law of distribution of energy, now suppose we will consider two types of the molecule. Here one N is the total number of molecules per centimeter cube at temperature, at a given temperature T, and N prime, this is the number of molecule which possesses the energy of activation. Total number of molecule is N, and N prime is the number of only those molecules which possesses the energy of activation. Then this F means the fraction of molecules. This F will be equal to N prime upon N. Suppose it means that suppose we have given the exam of 100 marks, and suppose we got only 40 marks. So 40 divided by 100, 0.4. So this is the fraction of molecules which will retain the energy equal to the energy of activation, and this fraction is equal to Boltzmann factor e raised to minus Ea upon RT. If we put this value of F in the earlier equation, K is equal to Z into F, simply we are in the equation for the specific rate of gaseous reaction according to collision theory, and this equation will be equal to K into Z into e raised to minus Ea upon RT. So this equation is the fundamental equation for collision theory for biomolecular reaction. So this is the equation that we obtain for the rate of biomolecular reaction according to collision theory, and this theory can be successfully applicable for many biomolecular reaction in gaseous state as well as in solid, in liquid state, in the solution. So this equation can be applicable to gaseous reaction as well as reaction in the solution form or the liquid form. And however, for many reaction, it is also observed that the calculated values are found to be different than the observed value, or calculated values are found to be greater than the observed value. Hence, it is necessary to modify this equation for the specific rate constant of the such a gaseous or the liquid form reaction, and hence this equation is modified as specific rate of reaction K is equal to P into Z into e raised to minus E upon RT. Z is, this is total number, e raised to, it is the Boltzmann factor, and P is what? P is the probability factor. This probability factor is also called as the steric factor, which is not particularly having the particular value, and the value of this probability factor or the steric factor is variable in between P raised to, P is equal to 1 to P is equal to 10 raised to minus 9. And when this P means the probability factor of the steric factor is equal to 1, then we can say that the reaction obeys collision theory. So it's very important that the P or the probability factor must be equal to 1, then and then the reaction can obey the collision theory, otherwise it's not possible. So dear friends, today in this part of the video we try to discuss the collision theory for biomolecular reaction, in which the two molecules are involved and which will collide with one another and get converted into activated molecule, and the process is called as the molecular activation. Later these molecules are responsible for the product formation and which decides the rate of reaction. Definitely here it is possible to discuss the collision theory for the unimolecular reaction also with the help of biomolecular reaction according to Lindemann, that we will discuss in the next part. So today we try to study the rate of reaction, rate of biomolecular reaction with the help of collision theory, and in the next part we will discuss the rate of unimolecular reaction with the help of collision theory according to Lindemann. So we will resume again in order to discuss the collision theory for unimolecular reaction in the next part of the video. So thank you very much.